Hi everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. This is ERD Stitches. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, I say a very big thank you to you. Those that are yet to subscribe, please try to subscribe to my channel to support my channel. So okay, we have come back again today for another tutorial, and today we are going to learn how to make a very simple kimono dress. Some people call it dashiki dress. It's a very simple dress that you can make within 20 minutes. So let's get started. This is the fabrics we'll be using for this tutorial. We have our hip curve, we have our measuring tape, and our scissors and check. So before we started, the next thing we'll do now is to determine our fold, as in how to fold the material. So to determine that, what you need to determine that is where you want your sleeve to get to, and you measure from the center of your neck. This is what I mean by measuring from your center of your neck. See, this is our neck here. You measure from the center of your neck down to where you want the sleeve to get to. That is what you use to fold your material. So this one I'm doing it for a plus size. So I'm going to use 17 for my fold. Okay, this is our fabric. I folded it already. This is 17 inches here. I hope you are seeing it. So from this 17 inches, I got the waist line. I have the hip line of the waistline is 17 inches also. The hip line is 26 inches, and the length of the gown is 39 inches. I added 2 inches for folding. So now we are going to start. The neck width I'm going to use is 3 inches. This is my 3 inches point here. The neck depth I'm using is also 3 inches because it's going to have slit at the front. So I'm going to use 3 by 3. So from this neck width now, I will, from my end of my 17 inches, I will come down by 2 inches for shoulder slope. Then I will connect it to the neck width. Connected my slope now to my neck width. So from here now, I will take my arm opening of 10 inches. If you are a small size, you can take 9 inches. So I'm taking 10 inches here for my sleeve opening. So in this my sleeve opening point, now I will go in by ½ an inch, and also from there I will come down by 2 inches. From this ½ an inch here at this sleeve opening point, from there I will measure 2 inches inward. This point, this is 2 inches. So from these 2 inches now, come down by 2 inches also. So this is to enable me to get my curve, to curve this point. So now I will come to my hip. This is my hip here. You know, this place is 17 inches. We folded 17 inches. So I will come in by 1½ inches. I'll use 1½ inches here. You can use 2 inches, 1½ inches here. So I will connect it to my waistline this way for small size. This one I'm doing is for small size. So from this my waistline now, I will put my curve in like this way. From this ½ inch here to these 2 inches here, I will create a curve. Then from there, I will connect it this way. So I'm trying to blend it. So this is for small size now. So what I will do now, at this my full length, I will measure whatever I have at the hip here. So this hip now, I have 15.5 inches. So I will remove 1.5 from it. That means I'm going to have 14 inches here now. This is my 14 inches. So I will use my curve this way and connect it. And connect it this way. So now I will also take it to the hem. This is it. If you are small size, this is how to cut it. But if you are plus size, what you will do is that because it is always nice on plus size when it's fitted at the waist area. So because of that, at this like I said, it's always nice when it's fitted on a plus size. So because of this waist area now, I'm going to take away 1.5 inches from this waistline here now. This is my 1.5 inches here. So I will use my hip curve to connect it to my hip this way. Then I will also use it to connect it to the armhole side this way. So this is what I have now. I've shown you two for the average and for this. If you're a small size, you go with this one. If you're a plus size, you go with this. I'm going with this. This is what I'm making for the customer now. This particular one. So at the neck, I'm going to slit the neck with 5 inches here. 5 inches. So I'm going to create my curve now, my neck curve. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut this out. Wait. Okay, you can see I'm done cutting it out. This is it. I'm done cutting it out. This is what we have now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure where the pocket will be. So from this my armhole, I'm going to come down by 9 inches. So this is my 9 inches here. So I'm going to give it a notch. That's where my pocket will be. So from this 9 inches, I will also measure 7 inches. That is where the pocket will end. 7 inches. That's my pocket opening. So I have to also notch this 7 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is at this neckline, if you want to put a slit, you can put slit here. But if you are putting slit here, that means your back neckline will not be as deep as this. I'm not putting slit on this. So if you are putting slit on this, your back should be the same width, 3 inches width and 1 inch depth. That's 3 by 1 for the back neckline. Then the front neckline still remains the same. Then you will now measure your slit. We can measure between 4 to 5 inches here. But for beginners, I will advise you just want to explain something. Don't cut it open yet. You just measure. Let's assume you want to use 4 inches. You put your 4 inches this way. Then when you are sewing, or you can draw it, make it like a V this way, and also a V with half inch by the 2 sides this way to meet with the center line. You see what I did? So when you put your interface on top of this, now you mark this on your interface, then you sew with half an inch this way. When you come here, you come to this V this way, go to this V this way, then sew it this way. Then use your scissors, cut from this straight line open till you get here, not the side, so that it will relax. That's how to do your slit. But this I'm not putting slit, I'm going to use bias to turn the neckline. So now that I'm done cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to use now is to sew. I just close the two sides, hem the down, hem my sleeve, also I'll join the shoulder first before I close the two sides. Then I will fold my sleeve and also hem the down. The neckline I'm going to use bias. I'll use bias to turn this neckline. Let's get the sewing machine. Okay, now we want to cut the pocket. So I have 1 inch. I left 1 inch here for allowance. So I'm measuring 7 inches, which is this point. So on these 7 inches now, I'll put my hand this way in it. I'll put my hand this way. Then from this place now, I will start marking. I will give allowance also to this 7 inches here. So now I'm going to cut this out. I will also give like half an inch round it for allowance. So I'm going, if I cut it now, I will cut 4 pieces of this. Okay, I'm done joining the shoulder. So now I want to sew the pocket. So what I will do now, I notch where my pocket will be. So what I will do now is I will bring my pocket right side facing right side. I'll make sure that I notch my pocket also. I make sure that the 2 notch points meet each other. So I will sew it like this. I will also turn to the other side and sew. So I have to sew on the 4 sides. It's only 1 piece I have. I remember I said I'm cutting 4. So I'll put 1 here now, this way. From this notch now, let's see it, to this notch here. So I'm going to sew it on top this way. I will sew it on the 4 sides before I will now put the back on, the cloth on each other to close the sides. Okay, you can see I'm done sewing the pockets. I've also ironed it so that it will be relaxed. You can see it. They are lining together. I did same on this side also. This is for this side. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it to the wrong side. I will turn the cloth to the wrong side now and close. So I'll turn it this way. Then I'll put the pockets together this way. Then from my sleeve here, I will sew with my allowance and sew this one my pocket this way, and from there from here this way I will come to the hem. I will do same on the other side. Okay, now you can see I'm done joining it together. I've joined the pocket, I've closed it. I've also hemmed it down. You can see I've hemmed it down, and also the sleeve. I've also hemmed the sleeve. So now I'm going to use my bias to turn the neckline. Okay guys, this is the outcome of our kimono stroke dashiki bubu gown. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm done turning the neck with bias, and this is how it came out. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next tutorial. Bye. Okay guys, this is the outcome of our kimono stroke dashiki bubu gown. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm done turning the neck with bias, and this is how it came out. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.